Welcome back to Join Our Town. It appears that on a daily basis there is some type of news story about a criminal act that has occurred not only in Memphis but across the country. So on today we have with us to discuss crime and what's being done to deter it locally, Police Director Larry Godwin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Director Godwin, please begin by telling our audience about some of your duties as police director.
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm responsible for public safety. I have right now almost a 2,400 man-woman department of law enforcement officers. I have about 2,800 employees that actually fall under my command. You know, it's real simple with me, just reduce crime, serve the citizens of Memphis, and try to make our streets a little bit safer every single day. But I'm responsible for about a $200 million budget, and to serve our citizens, and that's pretty much day-to-day operation. The days start between 7 and they get busy between 7 and 9, and they end between 6 and 9. So it's fun, and it's just an honor to serve. I'm having a ball. Well,
we appreciate each and every one of you. But compared to other cities, is the crime rate here in Memphis higher or about the same?
Well, I would say one thing, it's very difficult to compare cities when you start looking, because we're required to report crime a particular way. And we can't play with those numbers or anything like that. So when you start looking at Memphis and you look at New York City, New York does not report some of their crime. They don't have to, they're not required to. And so it looks like we're not, we're not as good as we really are.
Sure.
But I really, in a nutshell, we're a small city with a big town flavor. I mean, we have our issues, we have our problems. I just got an email this morning talking about the crime in Atlanta. My goodness, the stolen flat screen TVs, they're experiencing the same problems and issues, that that we're dealing with. But the problem is, I think it's across the country. I think and some of the laws are tougher in other states than they are in Tennessee. Sadly to say, Tennessee itself ranks second in the nation in violent crime, and you're looking at New York, Virginia, and Florida steadily going down. It's not that we're not locking them up. It's not that we're not putting them in jail. You have a small group that are committing these crimes, but I think all told, Memphis is a great place to live. Memphis has some problems in some particular areas, especially when you talk about gangs, guns, and drugs. So, I mean, yeah, we have that.
Well, with you saying that, what are some of the more common crimes that are committed in this region in Memphis?
I tell you what's driving our numbers right now. Last year was burglaries, home burglaries driving our numbers, and I just got back from Nashville trying for tougher legislation to enact some laws that will deal with that. Aggravated robberies, robberies with a firearm. We're trying to get some tougher laws, and maybe we can talk about that a little bit later. But I think the things that are driving our numbers are larcenies from vehicles, stolen vehicle parts. I don't know if you know this or not, but every time someone takes a tag off your car or steals your sticker, it's a theft from a vehicle. It's a vehicle part. We're taking a report, and we have about 100 to 150,000 stolen plates and stolen tags, and individuals driving on suspended license and things like that, just right here in the city of Memphis. But we're going to combat that problem. We have a new tool that we're fixing to put in the streets. And we're going to do a little publicity, do a little advertising campaign to let our citizens know. And our law-abiding citizens are going to be really happy. The criminals are not going to be too happy.
All right, I like that. Well, one issue that the City Council and Memphis Police Department has had, obviously, is the issue of hiring more officers outside of the city of Memphis. What's the status of that right now?
Well, I mean, I've never really tried to take a position one way or the other. The only thing I've ever said was, if you go outside, you just expand our geography. I will tell you, Memphis is competing against every city across the country. Everyone is short of police officers. There's no doubt in my mind, first of all, Memphis is the greatest police department in America. I have been to many departments. I would not trade this position. I would not want to be a policeman nowhere other than Memphis, Tennessee. I love this. I mean, and when you look at our benefits and what the city of Memphis offers in health care, what they offer in salary, I mean, you're looking at, Tina, you're looking at starting off here in July with the pay raise, you're looking at starting off at $40,000 a year. And within 3 years, you're going to be making close to $60,000 to be a Memphis police officer.
Wow.
I mean, that's some pretty darn good money for a young man or young woman to come out of college or come out of high school, but you got to be 21 and or military and get in here. And there is no greater reward to me in serving the citizens and to be able to get there and help somebody and to make a difference in a community. But more importantly, or one of the most important things is where else can you go to work under one umbrella and do so many great jobs, from flying helicopters to on the SWAT attack unit to on the bomb unit to investigations to, you know, all the different things that you get to do. You never get bored. I mean, it's not like you're a banker and you walk in and every day you're writing loans. Yeah. No, you have opportunities here, and I think that's what makes Memphis the department so great. 40,000.
No wonder my brother is now a police officer, Memphis police officer at that. So
he's one of Memphis' finest.
Lee Neely Jr. Absolutely. But you know what? The last time you were here, we discussed a program that you had implemented called Operation Blue Crush. Is this program still in place? And if so, has it proven effective in deterring crime?
It's so funny that you say that, because when I was here before, it was an operation. It was something we were piloting, and let's see what it does. How does it work? Now it is an initiative. We're known across the country. When that name came out, I thought, well, you know, this is nothing. It's just one of our operations, and we'll change it and be something else. I never thought that Blue Crush would be what it is today, and how it's a combination of best practices and how it would play such a role in reducing crime. I'll tell you, since we started this, and I'll go back to 2006, crime was down this morning almost 17% from 2006 to this morning. That's the Blue Crush initiative. It was down from year to date, it's down almost 11%. When you look at, 10%, when you look at our crime numbers, they are falling. They're up in some categories, like I told you about the theft from motor vehicles, and that's where the citizens can really help us. But those things are driving our numbers. I've challenged our officers this year. We're going to attack this burglary problem, and we're going to attack it aggressively. And so far, we're probably down about 280 reports from last year. So burglaries are down right now, but we're going to have to really stay on top of that with our economy, with the high unemployment rate. I think that contributes. I'm not trying to point blame, but I think that contributes when our citizens become desperate and there's no jobs. I think the tendency to commit crime could increase, but we want to be there to combat that. But no, Blue Crush has made a tremendous impact. But I tell you what I think is really important is the citizens. They recognize it, they embraced it. They come up to me at every store and thanking me, and I wish I could take credit for all this, but it's not me. It's the uniform officers in the field. It's the leadership. It's the detectives. It's special operations. It's organized crime. All it is using all the tools in the toolbox. All it is everybody working together and communicating. We weren't doing that before. We were like many police departments. The TAC unit only does this. The burglary squad only does this. Uniform patrol only does this. We brought them all together into one big box, and we all work together and we communicate together, and I think that's why you see a big difference. But don't let me leave out the citizens.
All right, well, I guess you heard it yourselves, and now we know how to protect ourselves from crime here in the Memphis area. Thank you so much. Once again, on the program with us was Memphis Police Director Larry Godwin. Thank you.
Thank you for
being
having
a guest.
me.
Not a problem.
We needed more time.
Yeah, we did. I was Both of us pointed at each other at the same time, because I actually do have a couple of more questions for you, but you got to come back.
I'll be glad to.
Thank you so much for watching Joy in Our Town. Till next time. Bye-bye.